Raes Calvert. I'm the Movement Director for Children of God, and I am from Richmond, British Columbia.
My name is Julie McIsaac. I'm originally from Penetanguishene, Ontario, and I'm the Assistant Director on Children of God.
My name is Alan Cole. I'm originally from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I'm the Musical Director.
I was first involved in Children of God in the workshop presentation that happened at Western Canada Theatre in Kamloops, and I was at that point I was a performer in the show, so I was playing the role of Wilson, and that's where I first came onto this project.
I first met Corey about 7 years ago, and we'd sort of known each other off and on in the community, and we're working on another project when we met up to chat about that, and he mentioned Children of God to me, and he was looking for some people to come on board for the workshop production in Kamloops in October 2015. So I was on board that as the music director and the assistant director, and then I joined as the assistant director for this current iteration of the show.
And I came in later, only about a year ago. I've worked a lot at the National Arts Centre in Ottawa, which is where this show is going to go after it finishes here in Vancouver. And so I came in through Gillian Kiley, who's the artistic director there. So then I met Corey through her and came in. And I think I've written a lot of musicals as well, so this is a new musical. So I think they brought me in to help bring a new musical to the stage. It's not as much of a top-down kind of musical director position as I'm often used to in other situations. For one thing, the guy who wrote the music is also directing it, so he knows the music better than anybody in the room. Then there's Julie, who's assistant directing, also has been in the past a musical director, and there's also a fellow named Elliot who's done the arranging, who's frequently in the room. So all of them have a lot of knowledge about the music. And as well as all of the actors, almost most of the actors have actually done the piece numerous times. It's a very unique vision that he has that sort of combines what you'd say are traditional sounding, First Nations type songs at times, with what sounds like really like contemporary musical theater. And he's also Corey is really. He's kind of a rocker at heart, so his songs really rock out, and that's like who else is writing something with those combinations of things? It's very unique, and it's really a quality of the music that you hear. It's a quality of the drum, combining of Indigenous sort of melodies using Indigenous language, combined with an orchestra that's like piano, viola, cello, and what you'd consider more traditionally European instruments. And in some ways, even just putting those kind of songs with that language, with a little band that really is more from a white settler community, kind of traditionally thought of, unto itself kind of implies a coming together and a healing.
One of the things I find really exciting is the story is about an OG Cree family and this sister and brother who go to this same residential school. And there are moments in the show where you hear them speak Ojibwe or they sing in Ojibwe. And those moments are my favorite moments in the show, when they break into song, singing in their own original language. And I think it's exciting to think that might be happening more and more in our country, is this reclamation of the language and us hearing it more. And in those moments as well, there's a lot of joy. And I think when people think or hear that it's a musical of a residential school, they go, oh, that's going to be really heavy. But what I take away from the piece is how much hope and how much joy and how much strength and resilience these characters have.
It's acknowledging something that is so part of our history. So it's about knowing where we've come from, acknowledging where we've come from and what our ancestors have gone through and what they've been through.
What happened with the residential schools is something that I was just not even aware of for a long time, and that's just extremely unhealthy, not just for Indigenous people, but for my community as well. We have to acknowledge what happened, and we have to be able to get past it, and it's only by depictions of it through art, for example, that I think there can be healing for both communities. So that's why I think it's an important piece.